All right, now the mic should be working. There we go. Noob streamer moment, guys. My apologies. How's everyone doing? Happy Sunday. And I told you guys, we're sticking to Sundays. We are sticking to Sundays. Let's see how this does. I know some of my viewers out there are in Europe. I still haven't figured out what time works best, but I figured for now, I do come and deliver when it comes to giving you guys the content on Sunday. So how you guys doing? Let me just get the music going, and we will get started. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Well, let me switch over. All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? Why isn't this working? Go saved. And I know you guys like this one artist that I have. Come on. All tracks. We're gonna do this one. Guys, let me know. As usual, let me know if you guys want me to change it. How you guys doing? Josh V. How you doing, my friend? Joe, how's it going, my wow. I was gonna say how's it going, my buddy, but that doesn't really make sense. But how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. So yeah, we're here. And let's go ahead and talk about what's going on here. I'll wait for some of you guys to come on to chat. Unfortunately, like I said, I did not give you guys a heads up. I try to give you guys a heads up on when I'm gonna stream, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do 8 o'clock, like 8 o'clock p.m. EST on Tuesdays. If you guys want me to change that, let me know in the comments or in chat. Let me know if you want me to do a little bit earlier or a little bit later. I'm trying to just gauge and see what works for most people. So, like I said, right now we're in a testing phase. And I've told you guys in the past, there's changes coming to the channel as we continue to go ahead and figure out what works best for everyone. And as I continue to grow, not only as a channel or as a YouTuber, as a person, life gets in the way. Sometimes some stuff happens where I have to change things. Nothing can be concrete forever. We do have to kind of work with what we got, work with what's best. And I'm going to keep going on a tangent here. So, but yeah, let's see. Odd Sessive, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, I figured we do Sunday nights for now. It's always subject to change. If I think you guys want me to do a little bit earlier, a little bit later, or maybe, I try doing this every couple of Sundays, and then, maybe you guys don't like it. We can go ahead and switch it to Mondays. Let me know. But yeah, we're just going to talk about what's going on. We did pump a little bit today. Let's get right into the juicy stuff. So, first things first, we're going to go ahead and discuss the same old boring structures. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing much is really happening, guys, but I honestly think if you had to give me or if you were to ask me when I think stuff is going to start happening, I think this week is definitely going to at least give us something to work with. I don't think we're going to go ahead and blast off or dump off a cliff right away, but I think this week is going to be a start of a potential larger move. As you guys know, FOMC is this week, this Wednesday, so I will be around for that. We will be talking about it, streaming, seeing how the market reacts to FOMC. But you guys always know it's usually what happens after, whether it's the same day or the next day or within that week. Usually after FOMC is when we start getting a kind of a market push, or at least the market decides to start moving. But yeah, we're just gonna hang out, give you guys some updates. You guys want me to look at some stuff, please definitely let me know. But yeah, this is just kind of a trial run to see where you guys wanted to go ahead or what works for you guys when it comes to the schedule. A lot of you guys wanted me to do Sundays, so we're sticking to Sundays. We just got to push it back a little bit more. So first things first, larger ABC off of this structure. All right. As long as we're below this pivot, this is going to be a bear setup. You guys know the drill. I am still currently shorting from here, and I don't really plan on letting this go until we get stopped out or price gives us a continuation setup at a lower price point. But that's going to be a major pivot for now. The question is this going to be the beginning or the end of something? Something I always like to kind of gauge as price continues, but you guys know me. I did my best to give you guys an idea of what we could be or what could be going on in the near future. Why are there so many ABCs? I just realized I'm on the Coinbase chart. All right. Let's see. Beta, how you doing, my friend? NW, hey man, glad to catch the stream. It's good to have you here. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Now that we're kind of getting back in the swing of things, getting back into business here, hopefully we can get some decent price action here coming soon. Hopefully to a network near you. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, but it's good to see everyone. Beta Block, can you look at AXS USD, please? Absolutely, absolutely, my friend. I shall look at that for you. Let me just kind of catch up on BTC real quick. Give you guys. This is not going to take long, but I definitely will get that out for you. So you guys know we have I would say we have a decent support level below us around 29,350. We're still kind of in this range, and I don't expect us to really break out of this until probably the middle to the end of next week, possibly longer. But yeah, that's ideally the best case scenario for the bears, is that we go ahead and kind of consolidate, dump, start making our way towards lower areas of support, you know, around 25 or 24.8, and then around 21.3 and eventually 19.5, which I think is probably going to be the best place for price to go ahead and test if we aren't going to be long-term bearish. But the resistance above us, our previous pivot around 31,038, as well as the previous local high before that. I mean, you can count our most recent high at around 31,830, a good area of resistance to go ahead and take it, go ahead and test in the future. But ultimately, 32,450 is in the cards. That is where I'm ultimately looking for price to go ahead and test. If we are going to go the upside, all right, I don't want to confuse you guys. If we are going to go the upside, if we are going to continue to push to the upside, if we break 32,450, I honestly don't see anything that's too significant besides the resistance at around 48,200. So to me, it's about a local areas of a support resistance, how I base where price can go. We take the trades based off of the actual ABC setups themselves and allow price action to kind of do what it wants to do. The most beautiful thing about how we do things is that we are actively looking for setups, but at the end of the day, price action is in charge. It's just our job as traders, or at least how we trade. It's our job to do our best to kind of catch the opportunities as they're given to us. We're not chasing. We're not looking for exact areas of, this fib extension level here, this fib retracement here. These structures have to look like this, this, and this. No, we don't chase here. Right? We just allow the setups to form. We take them as needed. I'm just gonna go right ahead and go do AXS for beta bot real quick. All right, so it's wow, it's actually been kind of squeezing here recently. Fortunately, beta bot, there's no serious update on this coin. You know me, if I were to trade this, I would have been short from about $6.73 and holding that. And if we continue to pump, I would consider that 687 or 688 region a good area to try to buy into. That kind of completes a longer ABC or larger ABC setup. That gives you a little bit more of a bullish bias. But if we can't reclaim that level, I'm going to be continuing to remain short on this coin. That's just me though. But you can always buy back in. Right? Just because you're short doesn't mean don't let yourself potentially think you're going to miss out on an opportunity. We have the bullish setup based off of that $6.88 or 687.9, whatever, how many decimal points you want to go ahead and look at. But we do have that bullish setup. So as long as we are here, right, we do have a very, very good potential that we can definitely continue to push a little bit more to the upside. But we'll have to just wait and see. How you guys doing though? Let's see. Let's do. All right. Let's see. What are you guys up to? What you guys do this weekend? Anything fun? All I've been doing is getting ready to go on vacation next week. So guys, this week I will be here, but keep in mind next week I will probably not stream. If anything, I'll give you guys updates. I'll give you guys something. If something happens, I'll record a video and let you guys know what's going on. But yeah. I bought some ape last week around $1.95 LOL because why not? Exactly, why not, Joe? You know me, as long as it's fun money, there's nothing wrong with having some fun. I'll take a look at it. Okay, did you buy off of that smaller AVC, or did you just buy to buy? It's actually not terrible, Joe. I'm not gonna lie, it's not terrible. That's not a terrible setup. Yeah, I mean, it's not a 4-hour. If I go to a 2-hour, I mean, that's, even though I'm zoomed out, it's pretty clear. It's actually not a bad setup, Joe. I don't blame you one bit for that. Why not? Why not? Man, it was one of my friends' birthdays today. And I've been friends with him. I've known this kid for a very long time, and he always picks up the phone when I call him. But this time he didn't. And I texted him around like 12 o'clock. He never answered me back. And I haven't talked to him for like probably a couple years. Hope he's doing all right. And also, before I hopped on here, I had to deal with an extermination problem. Or I guess I had to be an exterminator to fix a problem. I don't know if you guys have seen those killer hornets. If you guys are in the US, those Japanese killer hornets, that's whatever they're called. Okay, yeah. Those killer hornets that came. I'm not sure where they're from. I've heard people call them Japanese. I'm not sure if they're actually Japanese or not. I'm seeing Asian giant hornets, or the murder hornets. I've never seen those since they first started popping up in the US like a couple of years ago. And then I walk out of my house today and I hear like this like very like kind of low frequency buzzing. And there was a bunch of them. So what the hell? And I walk down a little bit, and all of a sudden there's like 3 or 4 of them just like kind of like flying around this one area. And these things are huge. Like these things are at least, can't describe how, like they're at least probably 3 to 4 inches long, and you can't miss them. And like when you hear them fly, they fly. I didn't know how to handle them, because usually when it comes to bugs, I just have like a bug assault. If you guys don't know what a bug assault is, this is one of the coolest things I own. This basically is these toy guns that you load salt into, and you can shoot flies, and they do a really good job of killing bugs. But these things are so big that I tried, and I thought I was gonna get stung. I shot one, it like went to the ground, but it kind of like went back up and started like buzzing around, and started like going in circles aggressively, so I booked it inside. And then so I had to bring out the big guns. Now, just so then you guys know, the bug assault pistol looks dope. Yes, my dad has one of those, and they're freaking awesome. So I'm just letting you know, I had to bring out the big guns. I'm just letting you, this is not a real weapon, all right? But I'm just gonna kind of flash it on camera here. All right, this thing doesn't shoot bullets, but it shoots a round metal object that's powered by CO2. And I try to be the Terminator, go outside and kill these things. I got one of them, and it literally exploded. But as soon as I killed one, they knew something was up. I could hear them getting more aggressive. And I shot him from probably at least 25, 30 feet. I just started spraying. Like I saw him like land on a patch of dirt that I could see, and I just started spraying, and I actually did, one of the bullets did hit him. So I'm terrified to go outside my house now because of these giant killer hornets. But yeah, but now apparently this thing is like the mag stuck in this. I can't pull the mag out. Like the CO2 cartridge, I have to change it. Like it ran out of CO2. I don't want to show it on screen because people are gonna think it's an actual pistol. It's not a real pistol, guys. Johnny Gambino crypto. That's a good one, Joe. Those pistol bug assaults. Okay, I read that one already. I hope your friend's still around. Yeah, I'm sure he's still around. But you know what the messed up part is? He literally lives right down the street from me. Like all my really close friends, they moved. Except for 2 of them. They both live relatively close to me. One of my best friends, like literally I can walk to their house if I wanted to. It's not that far. And like I haven't seen him in years. He moved away, came back, and he's been home for a while. I don't know if he ended up moving back or moving somewhere else. That's how long it's been. But I'm sure I'll give him another call. I'll shoot him a text tomorrow, make sure he's all right. But he should be all right. I haven't heard anything. I know his mom. I'm sure I would, if something serious happened, I would have heard about it. But yeah. He's all right, though. He should be all right. Damn killer hornets, though. Those things are crazy. I saw one last spring, and this is back in my old job, and my friend took a bag of like old salt you put on the roads, and he took the whole bag and just smushed it with it because he was afraid that he was going to step on it and not use enough force and kill it. So he took like a 50-pound bag of salt and just dropped it on it. And you heard a crunch. Those things do not mess around. But to go from never seeing one or seeing one like not anywhere near my house to having a whole bunch of them outside of my house, I do not like it. And if this issue continues, I hope I don't have to call an exterminator or something, especially if they're close to the house. The best novelty for Murder Wasp is the Tesla, not a flamethrower. You're talking about the boring, the one that Elon created, that flamethrower. I wish I had. To be honest, can you buy those? I'm pretty sure it's like a limited. It was a limited run. Wow, they're trying to sell this thing for $1,000. People are trying to sell this thing for $1,000 online. To be honest, can you buy one? I've seen a cockroach in Hong Kong that is a little smaller than a whiteboard eraser. It was flying slowly midair like a spaceship towards me. Like, you're talking like an actual like whiteboard eraser. Holy shit, that thing is huge. 1K, is it bad? To be honest, maybe for my birthday. Let me pull up the eBay. Let me make sure I don't dox myself. Okay, I'm not gonna dox myself. Yeah, they're selling. Someone's selling one for $1,000 with the original letter. Not bad. $1,500. $4,000. Get the hell out of town. $2,000. Wow. That's crazy, beta bot. Those are, yeah, okay. So some of these are pretty expensive. 14. Someone's trying to sell one for $4,000. $4,000. 16. Why is this one so? Oh, because it doesn't come with the tank. That's crazy. Let's see. Anyone here gonna buy the Apple VR and just keep it in its box for 50 years to resell? Are they doing like limited runs? I'm sure you don't even have to wait 50 years. I'm sure you could resell it pretty quick. Unless you're trying to make like a boatload of money. You know what I'd be interested to get my hands on and resell it? If you can like get like a Neuralink chip, like one of the first Neuralink chips. I'm sure those will go for a boatload of money. If you can just get the chip without getting it installed in your head, that'd be pretty cool. The wings was not big, but was just able to hold their body in midair and slightly go forward. Oh, no thanks. No thanks. That's a big bug. And I hate bugs. The only thing I hate more than bugs is snakes. I hate snakes. No, thank you. Let's see. MKHD bought the first iPhone Gen for $21K at auction. I'm thinking it's going to be insanely expensive insanely expensive as a collector item, still unopened in box. Yeah, that could be. My only thing with that is that, like, I mean, like, there are VR headsets already. I mean, maybe because it's Apple, I could definitely probably see that being a good collector item to hold. All right, I could talk about killer hornets and flamethrowers and stuff all day. Let's look at a price action. I really want KDA to get to 30 cents, man. ETH, it's not really doing much. Am I still in my, how's Sol doing? I'm surprised I didn't get stopped out on my Sol trade already. Oh, Sol hasn't really moved. Thank God. Thank goodness. Apple's first step into VR. Yeah, no, I would agree, Joe. I think definitely, yeah, for sure. Because it's Apple's first VR product, I definitely think that could definitely be a good collector's item 20 years later. Yeah, nothing's really going on, guys. This is just more of just kind of a hangout session. If you guys want to ask me questions, you can. Yeah. DXY starting to pop. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm telling see, Joe, we've been talking about this for a while. We have a very large, I mean, not for a while, but since Thursday. It came back up, popped, gave us that ABC correction. So as long as we're above that, things are looking pretty good for the dollar. I'm not going to lie. Dow Jones has a really good bearish ABC. The SPY, I mean, it didn't really test its local resistance, but it still had a decent run. If we can reclaim 431, that's gonna be a little bit more of a bearish confirmation for me. Microsoft and Tesla. Okay, yeah. Man, that ABC on Tesla was such a good position, man. But it's unfortunate because, like, with Tesla... Okay, I stand corrected. An 82% run is actually pretty good. Usually the problem I have with most traditional assets is... Oh, yeah. That Microsoft one is pretty serious. Wow, that's a really good one, Joe. I haven't looked at this in a while. Buy puts. I'm kidding. See what else we do. What else we do. What else we do. Anything else going on? Wow, Matic almost came. That was a pretty good pump by Matic. Nothing's really going on, guys. I don't even know what e-gold is anymore. I haven't looked at that in a while. Bitcoin Cash is just being Bitcoin Cash. How's XRP doing? Did it come back down yet? So if you guys are holding an XRP long position, I would wait for it to come back down below 66.79 before you take profit on that trade and try to take the continuation setup. I took the teeny tiny ETH ABC short. I haven't looked at that one yet. All right, Joe, is it this one or am I thinking even smaller? Let me know if it's a smaller one, because I think I know which one you're talking about if it's a smaller one. I gotta add this song in my playlist. The only other one I can see that's smaller than this one is this one. $18.90. $18.90. Wait, this one? Even smaller, this one? I don't see anything else smaller than that, Joe. Unless I gotta go to like a 5-minute. Oh my goodness, this one? No shot. Let me know if it was that one. That's such a tiny ABC. This last run up, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Joe. I don't even know which one, but regardless, that's a setup. That is a setup. That's funny. Because why not? Exactly. Why not? It's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. That's what I like to say. All right, so man, there's really nothing else going on, guys, besides the previous setups that we've been shorting off of forever. Like, I don't see longs are below 2030. We came back up to retest it multiple times, so you had multiple chances to take a short off of that. If this does not hold, if we continue to pump 2150, and if we break through that 35.71, but me personally, I'm more to the short side. I don't understand why people are still too overly bullish. I could be wrong, and I'll fall on that sword if I'm wrong. But you guys won't see me sitting here beating a dead horse every stream. You know, maxing one side always. You know, always being bullish or always being bearish. I'm pretty neutral. I can give you guys my opinions on where I think it's gonna go, but overall, I can give you arguments for both. If you want to tell me both, or you want to tell me one or the other, I can. At this point, I could see either or being a very, very valid scenario. As long as your reasoning and TA is on point, you know, you're not looking for crazy exponential numbers. You're just taking it step by step, allowing price to do what it do. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's a small little ABC here. Little teeny weeny ABC. That's giving you perhaps an AB situation. No, this may be able to keep running. Who knows? At least take out that last high. I don't see anything else. Sorry, guys. Like I said, we're just hanging out here. You really about buying spot Coinbase? Not really, Joe. The only reason why is just because I have a feeling that like the government might be start to crack down on some of these exchanges, and you know they've been going after Binance. I'm pretty sure they tried going after Coinbase. In my state where I live, they're trying to go after Coinbase for staking. So I have a feeling since governments can't necessarily go after the coins themselves, they're going to go after the middleman. They're going to go after the mediators. They're going to go after the ones that provide a platform or on-ramp or off-ramp. I don't know if it'll actually do anything. If it gets to the point to where governments can't really do much, yes, I would say I'd be a little bit more, how do I say this? I feel like it would make more sense to do so. But because of all that, I personally don't like buying actual positions on, like, it's like buying Binance token. I don't really feel like actively or, you know, holding shares of Coinbase. That's just my opinion, though. If that changes, I'll consider it for sure. Absolutely. But right now, I just don't like the idea of holding actual stake or owning shares or coins off of a certain exchange. That's just my opinion. Yeah. This AirPod does not want to stay in. There you go. I'm buying Crow still. They got hit hard. Oh yeah, they are not doing so good. I mean, you do have a bullish ABC below. Not the worst. Well, I'm going to go turn off my AC. It's a little chilly in here. I'll be right back. Ugh. Oh man, I am exhausted. BCH is the number of another percent. Man, this is the one trade so far this year that I am beating myself up on. But I always remember, it's like, wait a minute. I get upset that I take a trade that that I missed out on a lot on, but I never touched Bitcoin Cash with a 10-foot pole. I've never touched that coin. Actually, no, that's not true. I've taken trades on it in the past, but probably in the last bull run, that's when I actually was proactively trading Bitcoin Cash, or I've taken positions on Bitcoin Cash. So I'm beating myself up for no reason, just because I just get FOMO. Gotta control the FOMO, guys. Control the FOMO. I've been watching this podcast, or listening to them recently, called Words of Wisdom. It's like they talk about trading and stuff. I don't watch all of these because you guys know how I feel about the majority of people who are doing this. But I think when it comes to, what's the one I watched? I see. You can see I got pretty far in this one. I actually do like that. I like this guy he's talking to a lot. Sam KB. Definitely a good guy with some good insights. Kind of talking the truth about ICT and all that stuff. And the comments in this video are absolutely insane. Let's see. Hate ICT in his comm sets. You can't deny the fact that he makes significant mark in the industry. Blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. I don't see... Oh, there was one comment on here that made me laugh. I forgot what it was. But you know what a lot of this space is what'll happen is you'll, for example, we have our ABC strategy. And guys, I want to go on these shows. There's a lot of podcasts and stuff that talk about this stuff. And unfortunately, I can't really do this without, they're not just gonna bring any Joe Schmo on. If you guys want to see me, I would love to do these posts, have these conversations with these guys. That's something down in the future, but at some point I think it'd be cool to kind of talk about my perspective and kind of share a little bit of the truth behind all this. If you guys know this podcast, definitely watch this one. It's with Sam KB. And I think a lot of these guys are from Twitter or something like that. I don't know where these guys are from. But there was a comment on here that made me laugh. I can't find it. Like people are coping. Like this guy straight up is like lying about some of these crazy stories he's been in. And it's like, oh, it's just entertainment. That's a cope. But people are just riding the ICT wave, man. And I really want to talk about it and shed some light on it. It became profitable only after learning ICT. Yeah, because he probably went from something like Market Cipher over to ICT. Let's see. Yes, this is it right here. This is not the one I'm looking for, but I love this one. The problem with SMC is that we are trying to use a narrative to predict the future. However, as Mark Douglas said, every moment is truly unique. Anything can happen at any time. All it takes is one player somewhere in the world to negate your edge. We often find ourselves focused on refining our entry that we over-leverage and become too attached to a single outcome, rather than a series of trades. This is why I trade price action and what price is telling me now, rather than caring about the narrative. I am more reactionary than anticipatory. I don't know, I said that wrong. I don't speak English, is not my first language, guys. That is a great comment. I saw that earlier and I was like, here's to this guy. Man, where's this one comment? It made me laugh my ass off. I can't find it now. Let's see. How do you scale your risk management in conjunction with the value of the account, i.e. 1K, 10K, 20K, etc.? Does your risk stay the same? Sky Knight, I'm sorry if I just saw that now. I miss the good old days when BTC had splits and you double them and then triple your coin for free. I like Words of Wisdom. Just found them last week. Chat with traders in my go-to fall asleep pod. But hell yeah, message them. Seems like they talk to mainly day traders and Wisdom. We'll see. I'll see if I can get a hold of them or get a hold of someone. I would love to get on some of these shows. Let me know if there's any good shows that you think I would do good on. And let me know. Definitely let me know. But going back to Sky Knight's question. So my golden rule is, I think once you get to about I would say once you get to about like 30 to 50K, that's when you can start kind of restructuring your risk. I'd say when you get to about if this account gets to like 30K or 50K, I'll restructure it. What I'll probably end up doing is I'll do two things. One, I'll keep the risk the same, but up the stop loss percentage. So it's, I don't have to worry about getting frequently stopped out of trades, or I will reduce the risk but keep the same risk percentage. So we'll use, the stop loss percentage. So I'll decrease my overall risk. Instead of using 3%, I might use like 2% or 1.5%. And then I'll go ahead and keep that 3% stop loss. That's probably the ideal. And I think over time, if you're playing with millions of dollars, the easiest way to do it is instead of trading with, let's say you have $1 million, right? Instead of trading with the full million, trade with like a quarter of it. So like 250K. And then from there, use more conservative risk management. Use a little bit more conservative risk management. Also use more conservative stop loss. Because what'll happen is, like for example, why is this song playing? Sorry. So let's say $1 million. You trade with 250K. If you blow that 250K account, it's going to take a lot to blow that account, first of all. Second of all, well, if you're using proper risk management. Second of all, I would say, worst case scenario, if you lose that, you always have other avenues or you have more money on the side to fall back on. I would say once you get to that period, it's more about, instead of actually using your entire stack at once, take chunks of it, trade with that, and use that as your main money maker. Take the rest of your money, either hold it to the side or, you know, invest it elsewhere. So I personally think once you get to about like that 25 to 30, 20, instead of 30 to 50K, let's do 25K. Maybe 25K is when we might start to adjust it a little bit. 50K is when we'll, you know, restructure the actual trades completely when it comes to how I use my risk management. And then we can go ahead and adjust that as we get higher as well, because it's gonna get to the points where we're gonna be making good money on 50K, 100K. If we do get up there, obviously. Same, English and Chinese is not my first language. I speak Botlish and Botanese. That was good. That was good. Zaman, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're having a good weekend. Hope you had a good weekend. What'd you do? Anything exciting? I didn't do anything exciting. I'm getting ready to go on vacation next week. What news will be the catalyst if we dump back to 16K? I think ETF doesn't get approved and filed. I honestly think it's going to be something a lot bigger than that. It would have to be something like... I would say something with like, I really don't know. Something that's not like too catastrophic. But you got to think, the only reason why we came back down. The only reason why we came back down, and I think we came back down as aggressive as we did back on this dump here, was because of COVID. So mind you, I think if it wasn't for COVID, I think price would have only probably came back down to this pivot. I don't think price would have created a much larger turn in price. So I personally would probably have to say, I think it'd have to be a conjunction of news. So let's say ETFs don't get passed. Let's say the economy becomes worse than we think. Because you guys know with these consistent spikes or increases in interest rates, there's like a delayed effect that comes with that. So it's going to take a little bit of time to actually catch up to us. It could be one of those things to where, you know, doing what Jerome Powell does best and not, you know, be when it comes, I don't even know how to describe it, but doing what the U.S. government does best and messes things up. They'll try to put out a fire and end up making the fire worse. I could see something like that happening. Or let's say something comes out where big banks are failing. We need something a little bit more serious than ETFs, but I'm not thinking like World War III. You got to think COVID was a serious problem, okay? But it was only so serious for that little, I mean, how long was that wave for? This lasted 8 hours, so maybe like a day or two. I don't think if COVID never happened, I don't think we would have gotten as aggressive as a of a downturn. So I think there's a couple of things that we have to consider, and I think there has to be a couple of things that we have to understand that it's probably going to take not just more than one thing to cause a push like that to happen. I think it's going to have to be a series of things or something that's very significant, if it is going to be one thing. So that's just my opinion. I don't know. I just don't know what it could be, though. It could be banks failing. It could be something in other markets that cause a serious like domino effect to occur. Could be, I don't know. I really don't know. Please tell me about funded accounts. So the problem with funded accounts is, and I this will never happen. This is why I'll say this. If anyone can make a funded, or if anyone has a, or if there is one out there, let me know if there's one out there. The problem with these funded accounts is that they're created and they're basically betting for you to fail. And they have the power to set whatever parameters they want. And the parameters they set are basically giving the edge more to the house. All right, think of it like a casino. You go in, let's say you have the perfect blackjack strategy. Let's say you're really good at blackjack. The casino will do things. Instead of playing with one deck, they'll play with 5 decks. So if you're trying to count cards, it makes it harder to count, or it makes the count less accurate. They'll do stuff like that. They'll basically create parameters to give them an edge over the trader. Even though they're saying they want to be able to fund traders to make more money, it's not necessarily the case. They're going to make way more money off people who are degenerates, who constantly, trade with lower time frames, doing things that are more likely going to lead them down the path of failing. If anyone knows of a platform that funds traders that, one, doesn't require you to trade every day, two, that doesn't have ridiculous swap fees. So if you guys don't know what swap fees are, imagine I can't think of the fucking word. Why can't I think of this word? Imagine like, listen, okay, you know what? Better example. Imagine if exchanges had funding rates that were like 10 times the amount of price at which they are now. Nobody would be holding trades for more than a day or more than 2 days. That's one of the biggest problems, that these swap fees, you're literally paying almost 10 to 20 times more in swap fees than you would be paying just holding a trade in like a traditional Bybit or one of those cryptos exchanges when it comes to funding. So if someone can create a platform to where they use an actual account, or if you're able to use exchanges within the crypto market, I would 10,000% sign up for it. Because I would clean them out, wipe them clean. That's my biggest problem, though, is that they incentivize very high frequency trading. They want you to take a lot of trades, and taking more trades and focusing on smaller time frames, focusing on every single smaller move is going to lead you to most likely fail, and that's what they want. So that's my biggest problem with funded accounts, is that they set too many parameters, and the swap fees on the exchanges they use are absolutely atrocious. I've signed up for one in the past. I've tried taking it. But you know, screw it. I'm gonna say it now. This is just my opinion, guys. I'm not defaming this company or anything. This is just my personal experience. You know what? I'm not gonna say the company. I'm just gonna take a screenshot. Let's see if I have it still up. Hold on. There it is. Wonder if there's no way I'm still signed in. Oh shit, I don't remember. I don't remember the name. I don't remember my account. Fuck. I really don't want to say the company's name. All right, next time I have someone ask about it, I just don't feel like digging up my account information right now. But I'll just say this. I've held a Bitcoin trade for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I paid about $25 in funding over the course of 3 weeks versus that same trade on Bybit. If I would have held it, it would have cost me maybe $3, $2 for 3 weeks. Just to give you an idea. So you're literally paying 10 to 15 times the amount to hold trades. And that kind of stuff is incentivizing you to get in and out of the market as much as you can. Let's see. So Zaman, that's my best opinion on funded accounts. If anyone can find one that's linked to like a top exchange like Femex, Bybit, Fairdesk, anything like that, that's not on MT5 or MT4, which will probably never happen. Or if someone creates their own platform to where they don't have high swap fees, I'll sign up. I will sign up tomorrow. But that's not going to happen. Let's see. Wish you have a safe trip. It's not till next week, Beta Bot. It's not till next week, so I'll be here. Oh yeah, recession. What's up, Johnny? Mark C, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. You think fiat will come back to the US? What do you mean, like in the markets? Like you think they'll talk about the DXY? If you're talking about the DXY, I think it has a potential to make a good comeback from here. We do have a really nice ABC setup. I cannot ignore this. And we're currently above $100, so the DXY actually looks pretty good. Head tax? Yeah, but at head tax, it doesn't have to be so expensive. If Bybit charges a 0.1%, DXY is gonna dump. Mark, they could happen. It could happen. I'm not saying it can't, but to sit here and say that this ABC doesn't look good for the DXY, I don't know, man. I do not know. And fiat withdraw back to bank. Yeah, that's definitely possible. That's definitely possible. Anybody going to see Oppenheimer or Barbenheimer? I haven't seen that. I've heard good things. I do want to see that movie. So maybe next weekend. Actually, no, I won't be around next weekend. Maybe when I come back from vacation, I'll watch it. What time is it? Thank you. No problem, Zaman. No problem. My cousin and I are going to get sushi before we go see it. Is that? Oh my god. Oh my god, Joe. That took me a second. Oh my goodness. Wow. I wouldn't think that's insensitive at all. I can't say that with a straight face. That was good. I see DXY topping in a wave 4, going lower to a wave 5. You guys and your Elliott wave theory. You guys and your Elliott wave theory. Well, what if this is a 5th wave already, Joe? Or not Joe. Mark Z. What if this is a what if the recent downtrend was a 5th wave? 1, 2, a 3, 4, 5. All right, and you have a what do you call this? Shit. A running flat for a 4th. Isn't ABC a part of Elliott wave? Not the way I do it. Not the way I do it. The way I do it is we don't look at impulse. We don't look at impulse waves or retracements. Basically, the best way to describe how we do this is we have our 1 2 3 4 or 1 2 3 is actually an A. The B wave is a retracement. The C is the extension. So we take Elliott wave and we just dumb it down. The reason, and I'm not trying to say that if you're like, the reason why I say dumb it down is because the problem with Elliott wave is that it's very complicated and has a lot of different nuances to it. The more variables and rules you put to a strategy, the more difficult it is to navigate and consistently make a trading plan off of. And so what I do is that we've taken the Elliott wave theory, basically made it a lot less congested, and said, look, instead of focusing on 1 through 5s, focus on ABCs only, or those 1 2 3 4 5s can be categorized as ABCs, and navigating bottoms and tops has never been easier. So technically, like, I mean, I'm probably 100% wrong, but if I had to guess, if this is an impulse wave to the downside, 1 2 3 4 5. But watch this. If I take away the 1 2 3 4 5 in the ABC here, we just look for an A, a B, and a C. That's it. No, Drew, that's not I didn't mean it like that, Drew. I didn't mean it like that. Unless you're just trolling. Unless you're just trolling. On the 4 hour, we broke down of a bear flag, first wave, April 23rd. Drew, I didn't mean it like that. Now let's see. Which BTC will link with DXY during bear market? It's possible, Betabot. Never say never. Drew, let me know if you're trolling or not, because if I was coming off as condescending or being a dickhead, let me know. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. First wave, April 23rd. Oh, you're saying this. You're saying looking for that, right? I mean, maybe. I don't know, maybe. But like I said, I think if you sit there and look for 4th and 5th waves, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. I honestly think you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. Elon is a bit pudgy. Hate to see suck a turd and kick Elon's ass. All good, bro. I thought ABC was part of Elliott wave. It is. It is, Drew. It is. But we do it differently. That's all I'm gonna say. If I came off as condescending or was being a dickhead about it, I'm sorry. That's not what I do. My thing is, I've used Elliott wave in the past. All right, I've used it and I've had success with it. The biggest problem with it is because of all the rules and the rule sets, and also the projections and the kind of the nuance of how complicated it can be. You know, you'll have 3rd wave extensions, 5th wave extensions, irregular flats, expanded flats. There's so many different variations of rules of what Elliott wave could be, is that it makes it almost impossible to be consistent with it. Yes, can you identify a certain wave count? Yeah, but you seriously have to be on top of every single little move in order to be on top of exactly what can happen. It could be almost, you can make the same argument for ABCs, but the problem is instead of looking at things from a 1 through 3, 4, 5, like I said, or the goal is just to make it more concise and look at it through an ABC lens. Oh, Def, no, you're good. Okay, cool. Who's making all these rules, man? It's the market manipulators, the whales. Or like ICT says, the algorithm. It's the algorithm. BTC got a dump. I think so too. I think so too, Mark. BetaBot, thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. Have a good night. Hope you sleep well. I will see you on Tuesday. I will be here on Tuesday. All right, guys. Let's do some Wordle. Do some Wordle. You guys know me. I'll focus in on the smaller time frame while we do this. We don't miss. Oh, big BTC dumping. ICT insane cult traders. That's a good one, Joe. That's a good one. All right, let's do this. Donut. Wow, striking out. Raise. Okay. My Eat Scout from 1890 is paying. Awesome, Joe. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Let's do I don't know, for some reason is Lance. Okay. So the A is on the right spot, the L is on the right spot. We've used a good amount of letters. What do you guys think? Whale is actually a good one, Drew. No shot. No shot. What? What? The whales are out to play. Drew is part of the crypto Illuminati, confirmed. Drew is crypto Illuminati. He is the market maker. That was that was a good one, Drew. That was a good one. Flare would have been a good one too. Total guess? Sure, Drew. Sure. Drew is the big whale. Awesome. Great guess. Great guess. All right, guys. Fortunately, I have some stuff to do. I have to get ready to. I got to wrap up tonight. I start the week. I will be here on Tuesday. So FOMC. Hold on. Let me do this before I start saying FOMC meeting schedule. Okay, so FOMC is the 25th, right? Or 26th? I don't know why it says 25 to 26 in July. But regardless, I'll be here Tuesday, and I will be here on Wednesday when they drop the Jerome Powell meeting. I will be here for that. So if you guys want to come hang out, see what happens, I would greatly appreciate it. And we'll, this week we're gonna do it back to back to back. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a 3-peat. So I hope to see you guys then. The second day they do a Q&A. All right, cool. So it is gonna be on Wednesday, right? Right, Joe? Confirm that before we leave. But thank you guys so much, Drew, Joe, BetaBot. Let me guys know what you guys like this time. If you want me to change it, Mark Z, thank you so much as well. Thank you. Zaman videos, Sky Knight. If you're still here, I apologize for taking a while to answer your question, but I hope you were here for that. Oddcessive, NW, Josh V. I like this time. All right, cool. We'll see. We'll try this 1 or 2 more times. I love this time. Okay, we'll try it out. We'll try it out. Well, actually, I can't try it next week, so I'll be on vacation. But yeah, maybe I'll do one on the beach. Kidding. All right, guys, be good, be safe. I will see you on Tuesday, and yeah, let's go ahead and do the thing. Okay, I'm doing the thing again. I'm like starting to tilt my head. Fed decision on Wednesday. Cool. Thank you, Joe. All right, guys, let's do the thing. Have an excellent vacation if I don't catch you. I'll be here. I'll be here. I hope to see you, Drew. I hope to see you. But if I don't, thank you so much. All right, guys, let's do the thing. I feel like I'm not like centered.